most amazing treat for you today. So go ahead and grab your hook because this pattern just might change your life. Hello beautiful soul, it's Shandy. I have the most beautiful pattern to show you today. I have long wanted to offer a granny stitch cardigan, and when Janica Carter whipped out this stunner, I about fell out of my chair. This is Increscent, a beginner-friendly granny stitch cardigan. This pattern takes your classic granny stitch and makes it so cute, so cozy, and so fashionable. I really love the relaxed, easy fit of this, and I just want to live in this cardigan and never take it off. It is so comfortable and so cute. First of all, you can never have too many granny squares in your life. They're not only so fun to work, but they are so beautiful. And they kind of look like little flower petals stacking on top of each other. I'm super curious, do you have any aunties or grandmas that used to make granny square blankets? I literally have a granny square blanket that my mom made for me. So she came and stayed with us for a while after my daddy passed away. And she just went to the shop and gathered all her favorite little yarn colors, and she stitched on this for a few weeks, and I will keep it forever. I love it so much. It really gave her something to focus her mind on during such a difficult time, because stitching truly is the best therapy. The stitch used in this cardigan is super easy to memorize because you're just gonna repeat the same thing over and over. So in addition to the beautiful stitch of this cardigan, you're also gonna find this gorgeous little ribbing on the sleeves. It gives it a nice, beautiful finished look, and I really love this sleeve style with my whole heart. The neckline and the fronts and the hem are actually the granny stitch as well, and it really makes the most gorgeous little finished edge. So you may be wondering how this beautiful piece is constructed. It's actually super cool. You're going to make 2 granny hexagons. Okay, the truth comes out, not granny squares, it's actually hexagons. And then you're gonna fold those hexagons in half, and then you work the granny stitch to seam them up the center back. And then if you like, you can work more granny stitch to add length to the sleeves and to the body. Then you're gonna finish off with some ribbing for the cuffs. It's some kind of geometric math magic that's kind of over my head, but boop, boop, it works. Props to Janica for designing this. This pattern is gorgeous as is, but to take it up a notch, we decided to use one of our most popular kits that we have ever offered, dried herb hues. And we paired it with our beautiful fanciful color for the base color. I love this kit. Not only is it magical and whimsical, but it's also very wearable. Super stunning, if I do say so myself. The yarn base that we chose to use for this is our Luster Sport. It is a blend of Superwash Merino Wool and Lyocell. That's actually a plant-based fiber that gives the sheen of silk, but a little bit lower price tag. So it's got a nice drape, a beautiful glow, and a softness to it. It really holds up well to lots of use and lots of love. I am going to be giving away 2 sets of the dried herb hues to someone. So if you would love to enter, just make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and then comment the word granny below. The word today is granny. And if you would love to get this amazing pattern and the yarn, you can head on over to expressionfiberarts.com. Be sure to sign up for email and text updates for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. Today, I am going to be showing you how to get started on making this gorgeous Increscent cardigan so that you too can be as happy as I am in this moment owning your very own granny stitch cardi. I did want to mention too, before we get started, that rounds are turned and worked back the opposite direction each time. So the right sides and the wrong sides will be alternating rather than just working round and round and round. So if you look here on the cardigan, here is the front opening and here is the underarm. So this is actually where we're starting. So if you open it up, you can see we have this little hexagon shape going on, and that's what we end up folding in half to form the underarm part, and then you continue on making the body of the project. Here's what I'm going to be showing you today. We're going to start here in the center of our hexagon, and then we're going to work back and forth, forming the rounds of this shape. For round 1, we're going to go ahead and start with a chain 4. And this counts as a double crochet plus the center of our little granny stitch. So in the 4th chain from our hook, we're going to work 2 double crochets. And in fact, we're going to be working all of our stitches for this round in this little chain. So 2 double crochets into that very first chain that we made, and then chain 2. Then we're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2 5 times. So all into this same space, that first chain that we worked, we're going to work 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then chain 2. So that's the first time. We're going to do it 4 more times. Into the same space, we're going to work 3 double crochets, 2 and 3, and then chain 2, so that's 2 times. 3 double crochets again, 1, 2, 3, and chain 2, so that's 3 times. So we're going to do it 2 more times, continuing to work into that same space. 1, 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and we're going to do it one more time. 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then to finish off this round, you're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of these little chains here. And so here is the first round of our little hexagon. For row 2, don't forget to turn, because we're turning every round. And we're going to start with a slip stitch into this chain 2 space. And we're going to begin with a chain 3, 2, 3, and you're going to work 2 double crochets into this same chain 2 space. 1 and 2. Now you're going to skip this little granny cluster here, and into this next chain 2 space, we're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then into that same chain 2 space, work 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and it should look like that. And we're going to continue repeating that all the way around. So hop on over, skip these 3 stitches here, and in the next chain 2 space, you're going to work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, a chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 more double crochets into that same chain 2 space. So I told you this pattern was super easy and repeating. You will have it memorized in no time. So there's that one. Continue on around. So find your next chain 2 space, and we're going to do the same thing. 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Just continuing to form our little hexagon shape. 1, 2, and 3. Make sure everything looks good. I like to kind of check back, make sure we're looking good. Continue on, find your next chain 2 space, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Kind of check, make sure everything looks good, and then we have got one more space. So do it again. 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. Now when you come around to the end, 2 and 3. When you come around to the end, each one of our little chain spaces has 2 petals basically, but this one only has 1 still. So into this original chain 2 space, we're going to work 3 double crochets. So just kind of squeeze those in. Might seem kind of odd, but they'll fit. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to finish off with a chain 2, and you're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of this chain 3 here, and that's going to complete that round. For round 3, of course, we're going to turn, and we're going to start with a slip stitch into this chain 2 space. Chain 3, 2, 3, and work 2 double crochets into the same chain 2 space. 1 and 2. Now you're going to skip the next granny stitch, so these 3 stitches, and we're going to work 3 double crochets into the space before the next little granny stitch here. So right here. So work your 3 double crochets into that, just sort of wrap around them. 2, 3, and it should look like that. This is forming the side of our hexagon. Now we're going to go over here, we're going to form the corner of our hexagon. So same thing as we were doing before, into this next chain 2 space, you're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So we've got our side, we've got our little corners, and you're going to repeat that all the way around. So find the space between your next little granny stitches and work 3 double crochets to form the side of your hexagon. 2 and 3. Find your next chain 2 space and you're going to work your corner, which is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and into the same chain 2 space, 3 double crochets. Super, super easy. I love working projects in the round. I grew up making doilies and all kinds of little like coasters and things that you can make in the round because you can so easily memorize the rounds. 3 double crochets into the space between the next 2 granny stitches. We're just continuing to repeat around and into the next chain 2 space, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And for anyone wondering, I know we get questions all the time on what color I'm using. This one is actually called Sorbet, and it's dyed onto our Dewy DK yarn. I often use DK weights or worsted weights in these tutorials just because it's a little easier for you to see. So I'm working the 3 double crochets between the next 2 granny stitches. Find the next chain 2 space and work your 3 double crochets, your chain 2, your 3 double crochets. I love this so much. Chain 2, 3 double crochets. This is a project you can just curl up, put on your favorite show. Just give a glance back once in a while, make sure everything looks good. Crochet is super easy to rip out. If you do make a little boo-boo, no big deal. Just rip back and fix it. Happens to the best of us. All right, in this chain 2 space, again, we're working 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Then let's see where we're at. All right, so we were almost back to the beginning of our round. So in this final little space before we get to the end, go ahead and work your 3 double crochets just like we've been to form the side of our hexagon. 1, 2, 3. And then in this first chain 2 space here where we worked these, we're going to work 3 double crochets, 2, 3, and you're going to finish off with a chain 2 and then join with a slip stitch into the top chain of this chain 3. And it should be looking something like this. You're going to continue repeating row 3 however many times the pattern says for your size, changing colors as desired. And you're actually going to make 2 of those. You're going to end up with 2 hexagonal shapes that you're then going to fold and seam and do all the magic like I mentioned earlier. And of course, all the instructions are in the pattern for you. Oh, and I did want to mention that the hexagons are not going to lay flat before you fold them. So no worries if you make yours and you're like, why are these all lumpy? So if you can work up to this point, which I know you can, you are good to make the rest of the pattern. It will be a no-brainer. So hop over to grab it at expressionfiberarts.com. If you would like, you can join our Facebook group and or our Ravelry group, and you can ask questions there if you ever need any help, and just revel in the joy of this beautiful pattern. I know you're gonna love it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you find the wonder and the beauty in every little moment today. There is always magic to be found if we look for it. So I will see you next Friday with another new design. Bye!